Hello, I'm back. Hi, guys. It's been a long time. As you can see, probably behind me, there's not much to see, but I have remodeled my podcast room officially. I've missed you guys. Thanks for being here with me today. If you're new here, I'm Haley Binkley, and this is Loading Her podcast. And I really just wanted to start off by apologizing to you guys for being gone for so long. People kept coming up to me and being like, "Are you still doing the podcast?" And I keep saying yes, but I know it's been a few months, so I just wanted to apologize and welcome you guys back. This podcast has always been about growing and changing, hence the name Loading Her. And I have been in a loading stage in my life recently. As you guys know, I just switched into doing real estate on top of bartending and managing my rental. And it's been a busy season for all of the above, which is amazing. And I could not be more grateful for the opportunities that have come into my life and the people that trust me to help them in the home buying process and selling, and just everyone that has been supportive. So for that, I appreciate you guys. So yeah, I've been busy. We remodeled the entire podcast room. It's now a office, gym, podcast area, and hopefully the sound is a little bit better. I don't know if it's going to be much better, but I've also been working on doing some kind of research and just learning, as well as been growing in my real estate business. So, for everyone out there that has been following along and supporting me through the podcast, through social media, and just everyday life, I'm so grateful for all of the support and the love that I receive from everyone. So, thank you. So, Loading Her has always been about growing and changing. And I really wanted this podcast to be a place where we can all do that together. And so I will just catch you up on some things that I have been learning and striving to accomplish recently. So, one of the things I've been looking into is how to market myself as the business, because I feel like I have many hats that I wear from a day to day, and I have huge goals and plans to be successful, but really, I have a lot of trouble sitting still. As if any of you guys know me personally or just know me at all, or if you even just follow me on social media, you will know that I cannot sit still for very long, whether it's traveling, a new business venture, um, whatever it may be, I can't sit still. And although that may seem like a strength to some people, I also see it as not a weakness, but something that could potentially hold me back because I don't dive deeply into just one thing and put my focus into one thing. And I'm really trying to be better about that. But the things that interest me and the things that generate income for me and the things that I think are going to make me successful is a multitude of things. And I think that having multiple sources of income is the best way to get to being financially comfortable, which has always been a huge goal or plan of mine. And I think it's just for security reasons that I am the way that I am. And, we always say that that's the Binkley in you because my grandparents were always very, like, posh and liked nice things and, you know, they were very much, at least my dad's side of the family, were very posh as we liked, as people would probably describe them. So we always have this running joke that, like, yeah, that's the Binkley in you, is like the side that likes nice things. And then the wild side, the redneck side, the get dirty side is my mom's side. And I think I love the way that they've blended perfectly together to create the person that I am. But yeah, I think, you know, the more that I try to learn about how our minds work and how we grow and change, and I'm not saying that I have a doctorate or anything, but I do try to find the reasons that we as humans behave the way that we do and what creates our strengths, our weaknesses, how we adapt into adulthood, how we really do anything, move through life. And I really think for me personally, because I can only talk about my experience, but what drives me and what moves me is unfortunately probably a lot of fear, but not in a negative way, in a motivating way. And I think as a child, I didn't feel very secure in, I guess, secure financially. And so that created this snowball effect of me wanting to make sure that when I do have kids, they are not without. And me, myself, am not without. And it also is, I think, a lot of the reward system that is in my brain that being successful and accomplished and checking things off my list is what creates that for me. That reward, like, yeah, we did that, and also the more that I do it and the more that I accomplish the goals that I've set for myself, the more I'm like, "Ugh, I can literally do anything." And that alone is so cool. And I always refer back to it as it feels like magic because I literally am like, I want that. I want to do that. I want to make that happen for myself. And I do it. Now, does it take a lot of work, determination, discipline? Yes, all of the above, especially discipline. But for some reason, there is this creature inside of me that has so much discipline. And for that, I am so grateful because if I did not have that, I could have very easily fallen down the wrong path in a lot of decisions that I was making as a young adult and in my late teen years. So I am grateful for that discipline and that drive that I have, and I have no idea where it comes from, and I know that I'm so blessed to have it. But yeah, so recently I have just been working towards my goals. I have had 3 listings so far with my real estate career. One is under contract. I am representing both sides. I am ecstatic to be representing both the buyer and the seller because this property is my first listing that I've had, and it is also has a little bit of my heart, which I feel like every property that I have is going to have a little bit of my heart because I put so much of my love and so much of myself into something that I put my name on and in front of, and I don't know, that might change later in my career, but as of right now, I am just so ecstatic to be where I am. And I have helped s 4 4 people buy homes, and, I'm in the process of helping some other people, and I am just every day that I do real estate, I feel like I learn something new, and I love the organization of it. I love the people side of it. I love when I have a client that we get each other and we can work through whatever we're trying to figure out for them, when they take my advice as far as what needs to be done, and I can answer all the questions that they have, and it really is a cool experience. Every day I wake up and I look around and I look at my life and I'm just in awe. I am in awe of the life that I have created for myself, from where I have seen myself in the past. And, you know, that past version of me and the things that I experienced as a teen and into my young adulthood still haunts me today in my dreams, which is crazy. I still have nightmares. And I don't know. I just feel so grateful to wake up every day and just be excited to live my life, because I know a lot of people don't feel that way. And I just, I don't know. I can't express the gratitude that I have for myself and the people around me and the love that I have in my life. And yeah, it's a really cool feeling. So basically, I have just been building my life, working on my house, this podcasting room, working on our gym, getting that put together so I don't have to go to a gym, because what I have expressed recently, well, I guess on my last few episodes, is that I don't like the whole gym atmosphere, but I like working out. So, killing two birds with one stone. Don't want to leave my house, and now I get to work out at my house. I have recently traded my Forerunner in and bought a new car. It was time. I loved my Forerunner, and it was really sad to let it go, but I needed an upgrade and I needed more room, and um, so yeah, basically just been putting in the work, grinding it out. Busy season at the rental, turnover day, turnover day, turnover day, and that I'm so grateful for. I'm finally starting to get the rental off the ground, get some reviews, get just get people in there to see how great the property is, and that's been a lot of fun too. So, yeah, just catching you guys up on the last few months of my life. That's pretty much all I've been doing. I mean, besides trying to figure out what hairstyle I'm going with, I keep dyeing it and cutting it and just figuring out what I'm doing after the dreads. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I've been up to. As far as the hard lessons that my life has been throwing at me, which I'm sure that you guys can relate to, you know, the different seasons of our life, when I always try to listen when the universe is telling me something. And recently, I have figured out that I'm a little bit of a people pleaser, and that has been a lot of fun to try to work through. I'm not still fully working through it, but yeah, even just saying that I'm a people pleaser is like, ugh. But I know that it's some sort of validation seeking side of me, the little girl inside me that wanted to fit in, or really just keep the peace. I think is more so where my people pleasing comes in, is like with my family and trying to keep the peace and the love, and I just want a big happy family. Like all sides of my family. I just want everyone to love each other and to get along and to be happy and healthy and make good choices. And obviously, that is not a reality that we can all live in, unfortunately. But I tend to stretch myself thin in aspects of trying to keep the peace with family, trying to just be the glue. And it's even crazy when I say be the glue. I picture myself like literally stretched out, holding both sides of paper in a book, like book glue, like literally stretched, trying to to keep this book of my family together. And that's been exhausting, to say the least. But yeah, I'm still working through it. I'm still trying to, especially when I go back home and there's certain sides of my family that don't get along. Sorry, that's Wallen. Just doing a big stretch on the floor, living his best life. But yeah, when I go home, it's like there's people that don't get along, that don't want to see each other, that don't want blah, 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 blah. And here I am driving all over town, trying to see everyone, trying to hide the fact that I'm seeing certain sides of my family from the other side because I don't want anybody pissed at me. But then everybody still ends up getting pissed at me. And it's like, I don't know what to do anymore. So we're working through that. Um, I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate with family drama. I don't even know what the drama is about, but I think it's rooted in a lot. I mean, I know a little bit of it, but I think it's just rooted in a lot deeper shit than I even have the capacity to hold, or care to understand. I say that with love. But also in my mind, I'm like, we're family, just get over it and love each other. Like, life is too short. Like, can we not just everybody love each other? And I say that in general with everyone. But I also understand what it's like when people annoy the shit out of you and you don't want to be around them and they suck. But, I don't really feel that way about anybody in my family. I feel that way about people that like aren't family or friends. Not lots of people, but there are some out there, that I don't care to share my time or energy with. So I guess I should respect that. So the people pleasing thing, I have not come to a successful resolution yet, but stay tuned. In due time, I'm sure there will be a day when I get an aha moment and I'm like, okay. And it's probably going to take me having children to do that and just be like, listen, when I have babies, y'all can all come see me, figure it out, not my problem. My babies are my priority. But right now, I'm not feeling that way yet. So, yeah. So the people pleasing thing, that's been a whole lot of fun. I'm also, as I mentioned before, I've been working on trying to build a brand. I've been slowly, building the Loading Her brand, or I had started doing that. And I have the Loading Her merch and all that. And I think that's a great platform that I've created. And it's been a lot of fun. I am sad that I have stepped away from it for as long as I have, but I am extremely happy to be back and to create this platform and this brand that is all of us helping each other and loving each other. And I think that will please the people pleasing side of myself. And I'm just kidding. That was a joke. But yeah, I'm excited to get this brand going and to just build this foundation, build this future, build exactly what I saw in that dream that I had when I decided to start a podcast. And I have always had the website activated and ready, the merch ready. I love making the merch. I love making the podcast. I love editing the podcast. I'm still learning that side of it, but it's really been a lot of fun. And I think I've been feeling kind of shy recently, and I'm not really sure why. I think it's a side of me that's like protecting my peace and my energy and my space. Not that you guys take away from any of that. I think it's just like it takes a lot to be vulnerable and raw and to talk about what's going on in your life and to just open up your life to people. So yeah, I've just been feeling kind of shy, but I'm ready to not be shy anymore and to bring myself back to this brand and to keep building it. And I think that is the season that I'm in right now is my building season. I have been quietly building my brand, my house, my relationship. I mean, everything is building in positive ways, and um I I think I just had to take a little bit of a break. But I'm excited to get this rocking and rolling again. I'm excited to get some guests on here and interview people again and really just bring Loading Her back to life in a new light and in a new light, meaning we're refreshed, we're polished, we're moving forward in this season of growth and gratitude. And yeah, so I'm just really excited to see what's next for Loading Her. Um I will say, but in order to make that happen, I do need help from you guys. I do need people to interview. I do need you guys to share and like and subscribe. And I think we can build this community together. I really didn't realize how big of a community that it was. I mean, I knew that you guys were listening, but people that I have not expected to be listening have asked me about the podcast. People, you know, I don't know, it's just really cool. It's really cool to see, and, I'm grateful, and I want you guys to build and grow and load with me. So, yeah, let's do this together. As far as anything else going on in my life, I don't really have much else going on, um, but I just wanted to, open up the lines of communication between us again. I wanted to start off by saying I'm sorry, and I wanted to get this get this going again. I also feel like I need to say, you know, as much as I've been feeling really guilty about not recording an episode in a little bit, I also think sometimes it's necessary to step away and be authentic to yourself and to take some time to nest and observe and quietly build your life. And I don't think there's anything wrong with separating yourself every once in a while. So if anybody else is feeling how I've been feeling for the past few months, like every day I've woken up and I'm like, I'm going to record another episode. I'm going to, ever since we finished this room. Not only because I love being in this room, this is one of my favorite rooms in the house. And if you guys follow me on Instagram or TikTok, I will send a video here soon showing you what it looks like now. Yeah, if any of you guys have been feeling how I've been feeling recently, which is guilty, every day waking up being like, I need to record an episode, I need to touch base with my Loading Her family, and I just haven't had it in me. I've been I've been shy. And I just I guess I want you to know that it is okay for us to do that every once in a while. And I think the older that I get, the more I feel like I want to protect my peace and um, live in my space, in my beautiful space that I've created for myself, surrounded by people that I love and trust. And I I want to protect that energy sometimes. And I guess what I'm trying to say is it's okay to hide every once in a while, and it's okay to be true to how you're feeling that day. And as much as I preach, let's be motivated and let's get the work done and let's do this and, check those boxes off your list and so on, I also want to say that it's okay to rest and it's okay to have a time of hibernation, if you will, a time of quietly building and quietly loving yourself and getting your routine back in order. And it's okay to start over and it's okay to do what your body tells you to do that day. And it's okay to go eat some fast food every once in a while. And it's okay to not work out every day. And I'm saying all of this stuff to myself too, because You know, I'm so strict on first of all, my workout routine. I try to work out Monday through Friday, no matter what, unless I work really late and have to open the next day. Then I'll give myself a break. But today, like this week, yesterday, I gave myself a break. Today, am I going to work out? I'm not sure. But that doesn't mean just because you need a break and you need to step away doesn't mean that you've ruined everything that you've built and everything that you've worked for. Much like with this podcast. I haven't ruined anything. I have still built this foundation and I have still built this brand and it's still here. And although being persistent and sticking with stuff is really how you create a steady foundation and how you build something into like starting a small business. The way you build a small business is you stick with it. You do it every day. You do something with it every day to build it into what you want to build it into. And, you know, although I am a firm believer in sticking with it and doing what you can, sometimes it's just a little bit, you know, like sometimes it's just setting up the podcast room how you want it. My animals like to lay in this chair. Sometimes it's vacuuming it off that day and thinking, what could I do an episode about today? Or like with building your business, like getting on Canva, like let's make our little logo or start an Instagram account. Something along those lines of like just small things. Small things are okay to do every once in a while. So I guess what I'm trying to say, the moral of the episode today is I think a lot of forgiveness for yourself when you don't feel like showing up or you haven't shown up or you need a little bit of a rest day, like grace, like let's give ourselves grace. I think building is something that you can do every day, but it doesn't mean you have to full force 100 miles per hour, like go getter all the time to build something because you know what's going to happen if you do that? You're going to burn out. And I feel like I have definitely been close to burning out, and that's because I put so much pressure on myself to be great and to do great and to accomplish the things that I want to accomplish. But we need rest time and we need downtime. And just because you do a little here and there and a little, you know, something small to help you accomplish that goal or that dream or build what you're trying to build, that doesn't mean that you aren't successful. And that doesn't mean that you didn't do enough that day. I appreciate you guys for being here with me again. I can't wait to see what is to unfold in this new season of Loading Her. I really appreciate you guys for listening to me again. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for still being here, accepting me with open arms. As always, if you guys have a story that you want to share with me, email me at loading.herpodcast@gmail.com. You can also message me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of the above. Please like, comment, subscribe, follow, all of the things, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. And thank you guys for being here with me and still loving me after it's been so long. I love you guys. We'll talk soon. Bye.